I'm extremely happy that we have been able to establish this cooperation between AUB, organic agriculture, and institutions in Denmark, because I believe there is a rich potential for developing this cooperation much further. You know that Denmark is an old agricultural country, and research was started many years, and since many years we have been moving into organic production, which is rather new in Lebanon. So I think there is potential for having exchange between Denmark and Lebanon, AUB, where research results, methods of production, but also when it comes to marketing of organic products, it's extremely important that the whole process should be analyzed so it becomes as efficient as possible. So I'm extremely happy that this first step has been taken, and I'm looking forward to see it developing over the coming years. Agriculture has for decades, I would say, been based on research. It's not the private farmer is just producing and his relationship to the land and soil. No, it's a scientific approach, and that has resulted in what we discussed earlier today, in the fact that Denmark is a huge exporter of agricultural products to the whole world, in spite of the fact that only 2% of the Danish workforce is involved in agriculture. So that's an extremely important part, that it's a systematized way of producing, learning from the results you obtain, observing and analyzing carefully, and thereby making production much more efficient, which is of course also extremely important when it comes to organic production, because you don't here avail of all the pesticides and fertilizers in the same way. So it's even in a more advanced level, a scientific approach is needed really to be able to counter the problems that you would have as a producer if you're not using all the pesticides you would normally be using, getting rid of weeds and insects and whatnot. So I think this is something that could be maybe more looked into also from a Lebanese side. And as I stressed also, the heavy involvement of the government and the state in the research. I should say that all Danish universities are state-run and state-owned. We are in a lucky situation. We have a strong state in Denmark that gives the opportunity for governments to offer to all young people with talent to attend university. You don't have to have rich parents to pay 10,000–15,000 US dollars to go to AUB or whatever. And even students, they get a salary for studying, approximately $1,000 per month. So if they move through the studies according to the plan, they could get through the studies without heavy debts. I think that's also a very interesting aspect of the Danish model, way of producing, but also their marketing. And today we have one major giant dairy company called Arla. They're the ones selling Lurpak. It's actually the biggest dairy company in Europe, but it's still cooperative among Danish and actually today Swedish farmers. So it's by organizing themselves also, and if you look upon it historically, it's actually also interesting to see that the Danish farmers became the basis of development of Danish democracy. We had our first constitution in 1849, 165 years ago, something like that. And the farmers were very much involved in that and became educated and moved into parliament and into government, and actually for many decades have been developing the Danish society, modernizing the Danish society. So it's if you look upon the Danish agriculture and the Danish farmers, it's not only a question of producing, it's also a question of organizing the whole society. And again, maybe there could be exchanges to teach some of these things to Lebanese farmers. I believe, after having been here now almost 6 years, that there is a rich potential for developing Lebanese agriculture. There's a rich potential. I don't think the potential is really realized. I think much more can be done when it comes to using more efficient methods, but also when it comes to organizing the production lines and the marketing lines. So that could bring a lot of maybe also more jobs to Lebanon and keep well-educated people back in Lebanon, so they wouldn't have to migrate to get an interesting job.
I hope Lebanon will get more proper organizations to control organic farming operations and certification, because I have seen that some things are going wrong, and it's very important to have well-trusted organization supervising organic farming activities, or else it becomes a chaotic situation, and many people would not trust what they give, what they put on the market, and this will reflect badly on organic farmers.